Okay, so in It, Welcome to Derry, Episode 2, The Thing in the Dark, that came out early on Halloween. At this point in the story, a bunch of the kids have been killed at the Capitol Theater in Derry by a mutant demon baby thing. And we get to see it again, but from the point of view of Lilly, one of the main characters, the main girl of the series. And after this horrific, tragic event, the tragedy, the police are very suspicious of Ronnie's family. And later in the episode, the police, who are corrupt, decide to go to the bar and they try to persuade and convince the chief to blame the killings on Ronnie's father, because they were already suspicious of him when Matty went missing. And so, the Hanlon family has just moved into Derry and is adjusting to the new town. It's Leroy Hanlon, Will Hanlon, and Charlotte Hanlon. And she goes out, Charlotte, and she sees these bullies beating up a kid. She steps in, even though the other people are like, hey, just boys will be boys, it's normal. But it's not normal for her. She decides to step in and try to stop it. And it turns out that when Leroy Hanlon got attacked, it was a test, because the military chief actually wants to recruit him because he has no fear. And that's very important in what they're doing with special projects and the supernatural. He decides to recruit Leroy to help him with this investigation. And so one of the police captains decide to try to convince and persuade Lilly to blame it on Ronnie's father, the killings, or she'll get sent back to the mental hospital Juniper Hill. And she does not want to do that. So she gets interrogated by the police, and then in the next scene we see that the police are arresting Ronnie's father, which makes her very distressed. And after that, Lilly decides to go to the market, where she's hallucinating, hearing things. People are saying that she's crazy on the radio, and she's hearing voices. People talking about her being crazy. There's some great visuals, and there's creepy people all around. And she ends up having this like nightmarish vision where all these pickles, there's so many pickle jars, are falling and breaking, and there's pickles everywhere, and she sees like the dead kids on the cereal boxes, and her father turns all the pieces of her father come together and form a monster that attack her in the pickles. And then it turns out it was all just a hallucination. So that gives them justification, because she's freaking out, to send her back to Juniper Hill. So that's where Lilly is going now. And yeah, so I give this episode of television an 8 out of 10. We didn't even have to wait a week to see it, because it came out early on Halloween. And Andy Muschietti did a great job directing, as always, and I can't wait to see the next episode.